Yeah, I want to point out some very common sense things, and this is what I hope is going to save some people here. Hey, just a few people that listen to me anyway. We'll see, though. We'll see. Yeah, first off, I'm not anti-silver because I know when a dollar does start going down, you're not going to know when it happens. It could be very sudden. You know, it could be going like ho hum, and then all of a sudden things break down really fast. But first, very early on in this little video here, I just want to point out that one blogger that I picked up on a while back, and I wish I knew about him like in early 2011 and was reading him very thoroughly, was Kid-dynamite. Now, I mentioned this before several times, but it was many months ago. Maybe it was a year ago the last time I mentioned him. So I think there's a lot of people that maybe aren't aware. But he tipped me off on a lot of things, and I'm reading back in retrospect. I says, damn, if I was reading this guy, I would have had major screaming hints when silver was going to crash. But he's not somebody's billed as like a silver guru or anything like that. But I think he's a very sharp trader. I think he knows what the hell he's doing. So he understands the curveballs. That's my opinion of this guy. But if you look on his blog, it's not always about silver. Sometimes it's about making homemade beer. So it's a mixture of different things. But I want you to be aware of Kid-dynamite. I'll give you a brief display of what it is. Another thing is Max Keiser is talking about the end of the dollar by April. You know what? Considering he's very much hooked in with the silver people and all this type of stuff, that's telling me that silver's probably going to go up a lot. I'm reading people, and I'm kind of reading how this whole thing is working. That type of thing. So, and I'm not. Well, the hell with that. I'm not really trusting a lot of the main guys out there, but I'm using this to my advantage, hopefully. But like I'm saying, if Max Keiser is saying this, it's almost like I don't know. He's making a bold statement there, with the sky's going to basically cave in by April 2013. That's basically when the fiscal cliff is fully here and all this stuff, or the series of events. That's the fiscal cliff and all this type of stuff. But he could be semi-correct about that because they might, break all these budgets anyway, even though I had all these mandatory laws, and that could cause the dollar to be down, the U.S. debt to be downgraded further, maybe a couple notches, which would bring up gold, which theoretically could bring up silver. Who the hell knows? But, it could bring up everything if the quantitative easing goes full tilt. So, but what I'm thinking is they're kind of preparing you for a high. This is what I'm thinking. They're kind of psychologically preparing you for a new height in silver and gold. And, maybe they'll be telling you to hold on too long and there'll be another correction. Maybe it'll hit record highs. I'm suspecting this, okay? But I'm telling you right now, the guy to really kind of watch too sometimes is Kid-dynamite. But not every day does he have something on there about silver. That's a thing. But don't ignore this guy. Don't ignore him. Damn, I wish I knew about him before. I was wasting my time following some of these other guys, and they're just basically pumping dumpers. But Kid-dynamite is well, I got a very high opinion of him, very high. And he's a blogger, okay, strict blogger. Now today, silver's up 25 cents, so the emergency's over with. All right, I don't know what the hell it's going to do, but I got a feeling it's going to bounce. There's too much going for it, like I pointed out about the PMI data going up and the jobs data going up, and I'm thinking, that's usually bullish for demand for metals and things and stuff they need for manufacturing, right? Now here's Kid-dynamite's site. You notice it's not always about silver. I don't know what the hell he's got here. He's got like a look inside my bedroom. Look, honey, there's a beautiful puppy she's reading in a magazine here that needs a home, and there's all these dogs all over the bed. So, have fun, buddy. Anyway, but it's really it's really not all about silver. But I always check this site I always check his blog because a lot of times he'll put in some things that are very unique. This guy is not stupid. He's not stupid. So it's just that you're not going to always get information about silver from Kid-dynamite. But I would kind of warn you to check this this thing out because he brought up a number of things about when Sprott was selling, and about the premium and stuff that was on the fund, and what was going to happen. If I was reading that beforehand, I would have, I would have been influenced to sell part of what I had, because I would have been realizing something's up. But since I was constantly listening to the stream of barrage from all the silver experts out there, I did not, because they kept telling me it's going to 100. But to tell you the truth, at one point in time, silver is going to catch us by surprise. When the dollar does go down, I mean, everybody says this, but I'll just say it real quickly. When it goes down, it's going to catch you by surprise. Then it's too late. So yeah, I know it's partly of insurance policy, but just two things. Check out Kid-Dynamite's blog sometimes. Even though it's not all about silver, that guy knows some stuff. He's not stupid at all. And the other thing is, when Max Keiser is talking about the end of the dollar coming about in April 2013, basically that's like the big catastrophic end, or something's going to happen really hard. I don't, that may be because I keep thinking about them downgrading the U.S. debt, which is going to be hammer the dollar, right, and bring gold up. But it's not going to be the end. That's what I'm thinking. But it could be a big pump up in the metals. And as I was stating before, the only buyers they can really get to buy is going to be not the sharks in Wall Street. It's going to have to be some other investors with some kind of money. Like they got some kind of money, but you better put it in silver, or you're going to lose it. And they might have them buy high. So I'm kind of expecting, but I would also recommend probably. I personally like the Fibonacci, and I think Endless Mountain is very much into that. But it obeys the laws of nature. So if you're looking at approximately when a peak might occur, it could be in early 2013, and a crash could happen very, silver like goes up kind of steady, and then it crashes really, really hard fast. It could be, going up pretty hard, very, the end of 2012, I'm saying this, and then into early 2013, and crash a little bit after that. But, you could pretty much are going to be able to tell. So, two things. If it gets way ahead of itself, all the silver bloggers are screaming at the top of their lungs, everything's going to crash, sell some. And also, number two, I just want to point out about that Kid-Dynamite site. He doesn't have much on there about silver too much. But when he does, or he has something on there about Sprott or the silver, some whatever, he's on the ball. I mean, I displayed some of his articles before. He's somebody to watch. And if you want to get mad at me for saying that, fine. But I'm not saying this to deride anybody or anything like that. I'm just saying that guy he knows his stuff. He's got a very good Kid-Dynamite. He self-named himself, but he's probably is dynamite on picking out what the hell's going on. So just watch out if you get some. I don't know. I guess he's got a problem there with too many dogs or something. Anyway,